What is a comminuted fracture? Have you ever wondered what happens when a bone breaks into multiple pieces? Today, we are going to talk about a specific type of fracture known as a comminuted fracture. This injury is quite serious and can affect our beloved pets in various ways. A comminuted fracture occurs when a bone shatters into 3 or more fragments. And like a simple fracture, which is a clean break into 2 pieces, a comminuted fracture results in multiple pieces of bone that can vary in size. This type of injury often happens due to high-energy trauma, such as severe accidents or impacts. Because of the complexity of the injury, treating a comminuted fracture can be more challenging. In the veterinary world, comminuted fractures are significant because they frequently affect the limbs of animals. When a pet suffers from this type of fracture, it can severely impair their ability to move. Common symptoms include swelling around the injured area, pain, and an inability to bear weight on the affected limb. You might also notice that the limb appears to be in an abnormal position or angle. Sometimes the skin over the fracture remains intact, which is called a closed fracture. Other times, the skin may be broken, leading to an open fracture. Open fractures pose a higher risk of contamination and infection, making them even more concerning. Diagnosing a comminuted fracture in animals usually involves radiographic imaging, commonly known as X-rays. These images help veterinarians identify the number and size of bone fragments and assess the extent of the injury. In some cases, advanced imaging techniques like computed tomography scans may be necessary, especially for fractures in complex areas like the spine or skull. When it comes to treatment, the primary goal is to stabilize the fracture so that it can heal properly. Due to the multiple fragments involved, surgical intervention is often required. This can include internal fixation methods, such as using plates, screws, or pins to realign and stabilize the bone pieces. In certain situations, external fixation devices may be utilized as well. The complexity of the fracture and any damage to surrounding tissues will influence the treatment plan and the expected recovery. Veterinary care for comminuted fractures also involves addressing any soft tissue damage, managing pain, and preventing infection, especially if the fracture is open. Providing supportive care during recovery is essential, as healing times can be longer compared to simple fractures due to the severity of the injury and the need for careful stabilization. In summary, a comminuted fracture is a serious bone injury characterized by multiple fragments. It requires careful diagnosis and often surgical treatment to restore function and mobility in animals. Understanding this type of fracture can help pet owners recognize the signs and seek timely veterinary care for their furry friends.